Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode. In this one, we are looking at Hcmc because Hcmc is down by about 9% today according to Google. And of course, if you have a position in this stock, you will already know that because you'll probably be feeling the losses. I've talked about my position in the past where I have 65,000 shares. Actually, today I added another 10,000 shares, and obviously now I've got 75,000. And in the next week, I do intend to buy more because people were saying, oh, you should have more shares of this company. I completely agree with that, and I would have had more shares earlier if it wasn't for the fact that I did not have the financial buying power. But obviously into the next week I will definitely be wishing to add more shares to this position. So right now guys, it is down, and I'm sure that you can tell by the the fact that I want to add more shares that I am pretty optimistic that this one is going a bit higher in the future. So the fact that we are down right now, I am not too concerned about, but I'll be talking about all that in this video. So of course guys, I am not a financial advisor, you already know that. But with that being said, if you want to hear all of my opinions every single day, because basically at the minute we cover HCMC every single day, it would be appreciated if you could leave a like and subscribe, because obviously we are trying to grow the channel as fast as possible. You guys have been helping us a lot recently, so thank you for all the support. Let's just keep the subscribers coming in, it would go a long way. With that being said, let's enter the video. So yes guys, Hcmc over the past 5 days has seen a lot of growth, and I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that we are coming down a little bit now. Obviously towards today we are seeing a little bit of a decrease, but over the whole week we're looking at increases of about 144%, so it really is quite a big gain in the past week, and I think it was bound to come down a bit. But realistically guys, if you are seeing what I'm seeing personally in this company, I think there is a lot of potential with this one for the future. Now I've heard a lot of people saying that this one's going past $1, $2, $3, some people saying $7, and we're going to be talking about that in tomorrow's episode guys, because tomorrow we're looking at the fundamentals of the company. This one was more of a reaction of how it has been moving in the past week, but tomorrow is fundamentals, and then again on Sunday we're giving our forecast into the next week. But basically guys, as of current, I think this one does have a lot of potential, but touching $1, $2, $3, I think that is very optimistic, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I think that we do need to probably lower our expectations by a bit, which is not the worst thing in the world. But if we are expecting this one to go to $1 and we're buying right now, it is a very, very optimistic goal. And I think a lot of this depends on what catalysts do come along. Obviously we have the catalyst of the lawsuit, we're going to be talking about this one tomorrow, and that really could help to boost the share price. It really could have a big effect on the fundamentals of the company. And yes, it is true that the company has a lot of other fundamentals going for it other than this lawsuit and a lot of other catalysts. So realistically guys, the big catalyst at the minute is the lawsuit, but there are some other things going for this company. But you know what guys, the fact of this one touching $1 in the next year, I think it is very high of an estimate. I think it's not impossible depending on what happens. Like I've said, I think it really is possible that this could happen, but I think it is a very, very long way away, and I think it's an extremely high estimate. I definitely think this one could touch about 1 cent, maybe even a bit higher than that, or maybe even a little bit higher than that guys. But I definitely think this one does have potential to double from the share price that we are currently seeing. But touching $1 is a very far away estimate, but as of current I think this one does have some real long-term potential to definitely double, at least maybe even more than that. But of course I am going with this one with a more conservative estimate, and that is how I am holding my position with this one. I definitely think that yes, the fundamentals are there potentially for this company, but even then I don't expect to be seeing insane growth. But even if we could just double our money, that would be a fantastic result in my personal view. But yeah guys, going into the next week, I definitely think that it is possible that we could see a bit more of a sell-off. And you know what guys, if that is the case, I think fantastic. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be annoyed by that, but to me at least, with the share price being so cheap anyway, and the fact that I personally believe in this company, or at least believe in the catalysts which are coming for this company as well, to me it's just another opportunity to potentially add more shares to my position at a discounted price. So fantastic there. And again, the fact that we are up by 144% also means that it is, basically understandable that we are going to see a bit of a sell-off potentially coming into the next week. But even then guys, I would not be too concerned. So yes, the last 2 days have been pretty steep to the downside. If we can have a look from those highs on the 11th, we can see that the share price fell by about 25%, and I am not too concerned by that at all really, because obviously looking at how the company has been moving for the past 5 days, it is going to make sense that this one has dropped off by a bit. But yeah guys, the main catalyst going for this one in the future is obviously that lawsuit. That will have a big effect if it is won. It may have the opposite effect in, decreasing the share price if the company loses the lawsuit. But of course, that's the main bet for now. But going forwards, there really is some potential fundamental, things for the company which really could improve the share price going forwards. I think this one is still more of a speculative play because obviously it's an extremely cheap penny stock, and if you have a larger position, yes, it will be going up and down all over the place when it increases and decreases in price by a very small amount. I'm sure you'll already know this. But you know what guys, if you are willing to take that risk, it definitely could see you some big growth going forwards. But definitely, guys, with this one, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I would only put in what I can afford to lose, and that's one of the reasons why my position is not the largest. Yes, the company is quite, potentially explosive for the future in share price, but honestly, guys, I'm not going to get too greedy with it. If I was going to, increase my amount of shares in the company, I'd only put in a few 100,000 shares, because personally, yes, I do believe in it. But even if this one was to go up to $1, and of course that's a very, very optimistic target, I would still not put in millions of shares, because personally I think that the risk is extremely high for that $1 target. But for a few more cent, guys, I definitely think it could double, like I've said. I think going into next week, it definitely could lower a bit towards the earlier part of the week, and then potentially even come back up a little bit later in the mid part of the week. But realistically, if next week can be in the green by even a small amount, I think it would be a fantastic possibility. I think it is extremely likely that could happen. But you know what, guys, I wouldn't expect next week to see the biggest growth, and I would be happy with that, to be honest, because like I've said, we are up by a significant amount. And if you guys are willing to hold this one for the more long-term period, or at least up until that lawsuit, I definitely think the potential is there. So another thing which a lot of people have been telling me about, they've been asking me where my position is, and of course what trading platform I am with. Now guys, I don't know if you've noticed or not by my accent, I am personally in the UK, so of course I am with Trading 212, and I'm sure that Trading 212 do offer this one, because of course that is where I am with. If you guys are in America, I'm unfortunately not sure where you can buy this one. If anybody does know in the comment section where this one can be bought in America, it would be very appreciated if you could drop it down there. But yeah, guys, going into the next week, just to conclude, I think Hcmc does have some big potential. I think the current price is a definite opportunity to buy the dip, in my personal opinion. I know it is a bit concerning to some people that it's down today, but realistically, if you do believe in this one for the more long term, or at least up until that lawsuit catalyst, I think this one definitely does have some big room for growth. I think going forwards into the next 1 to 5 years, this stock could also see some pretty big growth. So if you are willing to take that risk and hold it, it definitely could pay off for you in the long run. But of course, guys, it is a risky penny stock, and it could also have the opposite effect, but it definitely depends on how much risk you are willing to manage. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this very quick episode. Please tell me your thoughts on Hcmc in the comment section. And like I said, in tomorrow's episode, we are looking at the fundamentals of the company, so it would be appreciated if you could join us for that one. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.